Hey, I don't know if I waited too long. Do we always wait too long? And why do we wait too long? Do we wait too long because we're scared? Yes. Yes. Unfortunately. We wait too long because we don't want to know the answer. Or depends for what. Some things it's cause some of the things you waited too long on were out of pure, how do you say that? You're just not thinking. You're just innocent. You just didn't think whatever was a problem at the time. So you never bothered. But over the years, you're like, oh shit, I'm running out of time. I don't feel the same as I did when I was younger. I don't feel the same at all. I was able to do more. I never knew that, I never knew that my body would fail on me eventually. So you don't think about these things as far as having to accumulate everything you need before you hit a certain age, because the older you get, the harder it'll be to attain whatever you're trying to get. Your body just is not gonna let you do it as easily as when you were young. So now you have to ask yourself, did I piss my life away? Still technically not having anything. Even this house, this whatever I have here isn't worth anything. So you take this away, I'm back to zero. I'm back to a labor job to pay for to rent. I gotta go back to rent. The hard part about it is you think you've done it for a reason. You thought there was a method to your madness. And even though you think everything's no, even though you think everything's fucked up, in someone else's eyes, they might see you as shit. He's doing exactly the things he needs to do what he's doing. But for the guy doing it, like me, question that all the time. Am I really doing this? Do I still really want to do this? Because am I missing out on something else? And my mind is not always on this, even though even though my body, because my body is so used to to the routine of going through the day. Physically, the job's getting done, but mentally, I'm just somewhere else. Mostly questioning why I'm still doing it. But like I said in another one of my videos, I should be able to sit back and be like everything is okay. But in reality, there's still something missing. Because if it wasn't for money, if money did not exist, you would be able to say, I'm living the fucking life. I am. But unfortunately, money is number one. Because without money, you can't buy anything. You can't even buy people. You can't even sell. You can't sell an idea without money. You can't convince. You can't convince it's working until you have money to prove it's working. I think. I would love to be wrong. So, I don't know where I was going with this. If you look at my older videos that I deleted, unfortunately, that kid did not give a fuck. No, that kid copied the people he wanted to be like. The problem with that is it's not accepted everywhere. Not accepted, but like it's not a you can't bring that somewhere where you're surrounded with people with a smaller mind or they don't you can't bring it around negative people in a negative place. You can't, they're not gonna accept that. They're not gonna want to attach themselves because they don't want to endure the same judgment you are. They rather just avoid it altogether. The videos I was making made people uncomfortable. Because I was saying a bunch of crazy shit. Because I was young, I didn't give a fuck. I wanted to not be scared, so I did the scariest things. I said shit people wouldn't. I say things people wouldn't even dare to think, because I didn't care what they think. And that's not how you get popular in a good way, wherever you're from. And the biggest mistake I made was going back where I was from. That was the biggest mistake ever. So, because no one here can relate, that's what it comes down to. So what happens then is now I'm in a position where I'm the only soldier in the field, because no one it's not beneficial for anyone to be on my side, even if they call you their friends, even if they added you on Facebook, even if they sent you a request, they still won't be on your side, because they don't want to hear it from other people that, oh, why are you defending him? And by not doing that, by not sticking up for what's real or right, then they're giving the other people, they're basically telling these people that they're right, that they were right about the decision they made, or about avoiding me or staying away, because they're basically listening to what they heard. So because they don't want to take judgment and lose their privileges, they'll throw the guy under a bus. As opposed to me, if one of my friends were treated the way I was treated, then I'll use an example. I get kicked out of a gym. They don't want me there. We'll put it this way. They didn't want me in there. You don't restrict someone's access if you want them in there. How do you think that makes someone feel if he goes and swipes his thing and he can't get in? That tells me they don't want me there. So, and without even telling me that they were going to do it. So obviously, what do I think? Well, fuck, they cut me off. Okay, cool, fine. You're allowed. But the people who in there that thought they were my friends weren't really my friends. Because if you're my friend and they do that to you, there's two guys leaving the gym. There's two guys back in the basement with the cockroaches doing push-ups. I'm going back to the cockroaches with my boy. That's the difference between me and you guys. But I understand no one wants to lose their convenience of a place to go, and they don't want to be judged, even though they know what's wrong. They will put themselves over what they think they should do, or over doing the right thing, because it's not convenient. And now it validates the people who screwed me over, or whatever you want to call it, who just did not want me there. Now they're proving them right by not saying anything. So things are different now. So now when I walk around, I see someone that Facebook friend me, and then I know what they do or where they go. I see a hypocrite now. and they're not few and far between. They're mostly all hypocrites. Everyone's a hypocrite, it seems. But luckily for me, I didn't come here to make friends. Because I'd rather be effective than be liked at the end of the day. We're in no different situation than we were before, so it's not that I'm losing anything, but I'm definitely seeing who's real and who's not, and they're mostly all fake. So it's like it's hard. It's ridiculous. If anything good came out of that, it had shown me that these people are cowards, all of them. Yeah, at the very least, they're cowards. And they know they're cowards. Because when they walk by me now, they put their head down and they keep walking. So, but luckily for me, it does not change anything about my situation. But I will tell you that since then, I told myself, what would happen if you worked as hard for yourself as you did for these people? And that's what I've done. And it's not over, so it's not over. It's just harder. As long as it's harder, we're going to be okay. See how my mood is like in a fucking 17-minute span, I went from feeling like I was running out of time. I was tired of pushing. I'm like, am I running out of time? Did I do all of this for nothing? To now, I have to keep going. Your mind will play tricks on you like that. No matter how much you lost. No matter what if you think you're doing the right thing or not. Is it worth it? Is it going to pay off? The best move is always to just keep going. Regardless of the judgment, like I was saying in a previous video. Judgment, hate, slander. So the best option is always keep going. Regardless of how you feel and how they feel about you. I think I'm going to end this here. Okay, well, yeah. So now you know it. Now, if you don't know by now what type of dude I am, I'm that dude. I will go. I'm gonna go with the truth and get sent back to the cockroaches if my boy or one of my friends gets mistreated or misjudged or whatever. I'm going back to the cockroaches with him. That's the difference between me and you guys. Anyway, on that happy note,